first off, the experience from last year was, it's unbelievable. It really is. For our guys, for myself as a coach, to have that opportunity to be one game away from playing in Hutch, for the national tournament, it's unbelievable. It really is. So, to me, it shows where our program has now gotten to. I think we're one of the elite programs, not just in the state, but nationally. And, it's pretty exciting getting to that level. So now I know it leaves me with that extra hunger to take that next step and get to Hutch and compete for a national championship, especially knowing that the team we lost to in the state tournament ended up winning the national championship. So we're close. We're close. We got a long ways to go, but we're getting the program to where it needs to be. This year is a work in progress so far. It's one of those teams that it gets me excited every morning that I wake up. Every morning when I think about the group we've got, the talented pieces that we've got right now, and that every day is another step to try to get to where we want to be. We've got all the talent to be my best team since I've been coaching college basketball in 7 years. The chemistry is developing. It's still in the early stages, and I guess it's a good thing because we wouldn't want to peak right now in October. We're hoping to do that a little bit more in conference season, but really exciting to have the pieces we've got right now. And it's I love the fact that I've got the opportunity to try to piece these guys together and hopefully put together a team that can surpass even our high expectations. It really did. It really did. Every year, our success has helped little by little in recruiting. Obviously, when I took over the program, it hadn't been very good for a number of years, so it wasn't the easiest to recruit. And then we start winning some games, go to state tournament very first year. Second year, we've got 7 kids that signed Division I scholarships, and an 8th kid that was a first-team All-American Division II. So that was our big selling point after the second year, was how many kids we sent on, to big-time colleges. Third year, going to the state championship game and having all the team success and winning 26 games, it's really made it a lot easier to recruit. At first we had to beg players to even take a look at Brevard. Now at Eastern Florida, kids really, really want to come here, and we have to turn away a lot of talented kids. So it's definitely helped. We're starting to see the impact, and it's going to end up being a huge impact. So, that's a great question on there. I think having it as Eastern Florida and with the brand name Eastern Florida, it's going to resonate so much nationally, not just within the state, but nationally. I think it's going to be huge, for the college, for the athletic department, and for men's basketball. I really do. We do it for a few reasons. We do it for numerous reasons. Number one, it's just in my philosophy to play the best. Second game of the year, we're on the road at Daytona, who will be, borderline, if not, they should be one of the top 25 teams in the country. We play Chipola, who, in my opinion, will be #1 in the country when we play them. Santa Fe will be a top 30 team in the country. We play them at their place. We return the fair, have another game against Daytona. We play East Mississippi, my old school, on New Year's Eve, and they'll be a top 5 team in the country and undefeated by the time we play them. Mark my words on that. And it's exciting for the guys to play competition. The guys don't want a bunch of cupcakes and where they just have to step on the floor and no matter what they do, they win games. Secondarily, I don't think it prepares us for a conference season. I want to play a tough out-of-conference schedule. Last year, we going into conference, we had a good record. There were a couple other teams in our conference that had as good, if not a better record than us. And when we played those teams, I always remember the huddle before games. And I talked to our team and I said, guys, this is Alabama, Notre Dame right here. I'm a big SEC football guy, so I said, this is Alabama, Notre Dame. I said, Notre Dame comes in with that gaudy record, all the spotlight, all the glamour. I said, we're Alabama. We've gone through the SEC. We've gone through the gauntlet. We've gotten better. We've proved ourselves. We are more battle ready and battle tested coming into this game and coming into the conference season. And the guys really fed off that, and they believed it because all those tough non-conference games, the brutal non-conference schedule, it got us prepared, and we ended up doing a great job in conference, beat teams with better records, and ended up winning the conference. Also a work in progress. I'm incredibly fortunate to have Coach Montier and Coach Gage. Losing Coach Grimes is something you just can't replace. You can't. Coach Grimes meant unbelievable things to our program over the last 3 years. The chemistry that he and I built, we didn't have it our first year. it developed. And I think he'll be the first to admit it as well. And so we had unbelievable chemistry, especially by third year. So it is a loss. Now I'm incredibly fortunate to be able to replace him with a coach like Coach Montilla, a coach like Coach Gage, who has just they've got great qualities. They bring different things to the table. They bring different things to the table than Coach Ronan brings, who's my other assistant coach. But it's a work in progress. They're learning. They're young assistant coaches. It's their first coaching opportunity at the college level for each one of them. They've coached at different levels, but never at the college level. And so it's a learning experience. One thing I think we do as a coaching staff really well is we adapt. We adapt. There's a lot of coaches out there. Like I always talk about our core philosophy, our core system. It's malleable after that. I'm not the type of coach that says, we're going to always run this offense, always run this defense, always run this. This is what we do. I'm only going to recruit players that fit that. Well, I'm going to recruit players that fit my core philosophy, my core system. But every year we're going to adapt. We're going to adapt to our players. We're going to adapt to our personnel. We're going to adapt to the new things that we've learned and brought in. And I think we do a pretty good job of really molding each particular team to the personnel that we've got, rather than trying to fit round pegs into square holes. You always have to start with talent. Always have to start with talent. I mean, it's a great conference, as you said. I mean, there's great teams in the conference, and there's great coaches all throughout the conference. So first and foremost, you just have to say talent. You have to say talent. In particular, this year I think will be the most balanced the conference has been since I've been here. My first year was the next closest. Broward finished, fourth in the conference, and they had a kid that year that was a borderline NBA draft pick this year. They were loaded, and they finished fourth in the conference, and it wasn't by much, but that's just how good the conference was. Now this year will be even more balanced, I think. Palm Beach has a new coach in who's an outstanding coach. They've got a lot of talent. Got to see them this past weekend. They're going to be as good. I mean, they're just going to be fantastic as they always are. Indian River wins a lot of games. They've got a fantastic coach in Coach Sanchez. Broward, Coach Starkman, I mean, has been there, 14 years. I mean, that's my guy. I mean, he is, he does so much with what he's got there. I mean, he's one of the best coaches in the entire state. Coach Coward at Miami-Dade is another young coach, and this is by far his best team since he's been there. I mean, their talent level it is high level of talent. So it motivates me every day knowing how good our conference is, and especially this year, how balanced the conference is. So it motivates me every day knowing what I've got to do. When I wake up in the morning to the time that I go to bed, what I've got to get accomplished, what I've got to get out of my team, the progress we've got to make, because there is no margin for error. First and foremost, I want you to tell your team that we are tough as hell. That's first and foremost. I want you to go back and just be absolutely amazed by just how tough, how physically tough, how mentally tough, just in all aspects of the game. I mean, I want us to be the toughest team in America. Part of that toughness is I want us to play unbelievably hard. I mean, I just want the energy, whether it's from the bench, the guys on the court, the guys, during timeouts even, the guys when they dive on the floor for loose ball, my other guys go to pick them up off the floor. I just want an unbelievable amount of energy, unbelievable amount of toughness on the floor. First and foremost, we've had some great teams in the past. We've had 12 Division I players in the last 2 years, which is unbelievable if you think about how much talent's been through here. We won 21 games 2 years ago. We won 26 games last year, made it to the state championship game. We've got a chance of being better. We have a chance at having the best team that we've had here yet. It's going to be an exciting team. Our expectations are an all-time high now, and it's amazing the type of talent that you're going to be able to come out and watch. You just get to see our players this year. Next year, you're going to see a lot of those sophomores on TV. Year after, continue to watch those freshmen. We'll be on TV, 2 years from now. And it's a great product out there. We got a chance of being really, really, really good this year, and it's going to be exciting to come out and watch that journey. Watch that journey.